to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well out there. I'm trying something a little bit different than doing this from my hands, especially since I'm still doing it on my phone. I have um, a device that actually helps hold it. Hopefully, it will stay put right where I put it. Um, just so you know, we are going to be talking about North Carolina. But before we do, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. Partially because of the fact that without you guys doing that, the channel won't grow and we won't have any metal artists later on down the road, which I'm planning on. I'm hoping that will come fairly soon, but I still want to have a few more people before that happens because the fact that I think it shows a little more consistency. I mean, there's more interest in the channel itself and people that are really genuinely interested. Those metal artists will probably be more willing to check out the channel and do that. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about North Carolina's metal scene, which is rather interesting. I saw one that's number 20, which is some of the up and comers of metal in North Carolina, which is number 20. And these are in no particular order that I know of. Um, is Old North is a progressive metalcore band known for their blend of technical and aggression and melody. It's definitely different. Number 19 is Nightfell from Wellington. Is a metal. You know what I'm talking about. Death metal bands with a focus of on intricate guitar work and powerful vocals. Um, Number 18 is Mysteria from Charlotte, North Carolina. A progressive metal band pushing the boundaries with their genre defying sound and intricate compositions. Okay, that's kind of interesting. It's something different. Now, this one I know fairly well, and they do a really good job. Is Number 17 is Lord Shore. They're from Waldwick. I think I said that right. Waldwick, New Jersey. While not from North Carolina, some members hail from the state. And this band is a rising star in the technical deathcore, known for their brutal sounds and impressive musicianship, which actually is really cool because, hey, why not? Um, Definitely different, right? Um, Number 16 is the Crooked Path, is from Asheville, North Carolina. Um, I think make sure I got that right. Yeah, North Carolina. Um, it's a black metal band with a raw atmospheric sound, heavily influenced by genres of Norwegian roots. So apparently they have maybe some members that are Norwegian in nature, which actually might have a certain impact in the overall sound of the music. You never know. It seems like there's certain different groups from different countries that have a certain sound, and they're a little bit more unique than other bands out there because of where they come from, or maybe some of their influences. Maybe they like Norwegian metal, possibly. So I'm sure there's other ones that have different influences too. Kind of like Bloody Wood has an Indian influence in it, which actually I think is really cool because it's got a great sound because it's not super heavy, it's not super light, it's kind of in between, but they mix it up a little bit, which makes it a little more unique than some of the other bands out there that I like. Um, oh, that reminds me. Before I go too much further in this, I want you all to know that Ravens Blacks, uh, Raven's Diary, or the White Album, I guess you could call it, just got sent to me today, I think. Yeah, or was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. But it is phenomenal. It's a lot different than her other stuff. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more kind of emotional, kind of more. Um, I guess because of her father passing, I think it's a little more intimate about her and who she is as a person. So it's kind of one of those things that um, that she's trying to express, her missing her father and stuff like that, which I can totally get. And I think it's a great album, actually. The one I thought was the most interesting and I liked and enjoyed the most. I mean, besides the ones that were already kind of released prior to it as a single, was Karma. Hello, Karma, I think is what it's called. Um, it's rather interesting. I just like the way the song plays out. I love the lyrics on it, because it kind of reminds you of, things that I have already mentioned before, and I mentioned to somebody before that, and I even apologize for, which um, I probably shouldn't have said what I did, but I, I, I think they took it quite the wrong way with me. um, what it was is there was a situation where there was an individual that I was wanting to talk to, and later on I found out that they had some issues and problems with some of their equipment missing in their band. And I just made the comment about Karma being a what, and they got all somebody got really, really upset with me. It's like, first of all, I wasn't accusing or saying anything negative to you. It's just that sometimes things happen for a reason. Maybe because you treat somebody badly, or you, how do you say, interrupted or influenced other people to go one way over another, that things have happened that way for a reason. Because that's what karma's all about. And I think they took it the wrong way. It wasn't technically, yeah, it was kind of. I felt strongly about it, I guess, because there's something that I wanted to accomplish, and somebody kept interrupting and bothering, and interfering with what I considered something that I wanted to accomplish with a certain said individual. And I think they've had a lot of influence on other people too, with not only the band that they're in, but also other things as well. Plus, you can also see it in their interviews if you really watch. But there was one where somebody actually kind of stepped up and said, "No, I'm talking here. You're going to have to wait," which I'm so proud that that happened. So that means a lot to me. Moving on. Um, let's see, where was I at now? I got. I think I'll start off with 15 here. This one is a little hard to pronounce, so it's Kepler Carnage, San Diego, California. While not from North Carolina, some members hail from the state, and this band is a force in brutal death metal with a technical edge. Oh, by the way, Raven's Wax album's really good, so go check it out. It's really cool. By the way, sorry, I think I got sidetracked with that one. Number 14 is Blessed by the Broken Ground from Asheville, uh, North Carolina. Progressive metalcore band known for their complex arrangements and emotional intensity. Number 13 is As Cities Burn, Charlotte. Metalcore, melodic metalcore band known for their soaring vocals and catchy choruses. Currently in hiatus, meaning they're not around. Apparently, they're not doing any tours or whatever. Number 12 is American Nightmare from Wilmington, North Carolina. Hardcore punk band with a raw energy and socially conscious messages. They're not really a metal, I guess. They're more hardcore punk, but it's hardcore is pretty close to kind of a metalish sound, I guess. Depends on the band, I guess. But not everybody listens to quite the same types of styles of music out there, I think. and I'm sure you guys are all the same. Kind of like me, I don't listen to certain bands as much because I'm just not into it. Kind of like Nine Ice Kills is not my favorite. Sleep Token is not another one. But that doesn't mean somebody else out there doesn't enjoy their music, which that's what it's all about. It's find what you enjoy, what you like, and enjoying it. And telling people that maybe that may not have heard it, they might enjoy it themselves. And I've kind of tried to convince people that myself sometimes. Hello, how are you doing? I have somebody joining me. Number 10 is Callaghan's Horse, I think is how you pronounce that, from Brisbane, Australia. While not from North Carolina, some members hail from the state, and this band is a major force of progressive metal and degent influence. Well, now they're gone. Okay. I guess I scared them off. I try not to say too much because it seems like whenever I do, they leave. So I don't know. Um, so I have one live viewer. I don't know who that may be. Number 9 is Evening with the Lions is Greensboro. Progressive metalcore band known for their complex arrangements of emotional and emotional depth. See here we got number 8 is Unearthed from Boston, Massachusetts, similar to The Devil Wears Prada. I think I've heard of them before. Some members come from North Carolina. This band is a major player in med. I gotta be able to pronounce that. It seems like it comes up a lot. Melodic death metal. Number 7 is the Devil Wears Prada. Oh, Devil Wears Prada. Okay, I thought it said Panda for a minute there. Go figure. They're from Dayton, Ohio, but some of the guys are from North Carolina, apparently. Some members hail from the state, and this band is a force of in metalcore with a melody and technical proficiency. Number 6 is the band. Number 6 is Between the Burned and Burned in Me. Yeah, Burned in Me from Ryla, a progressive metal outfit known for their intricate vocals, song structures, and genre-bending experimentation. My nose, it's my mustache. It gets itches sometimes. It's rather interesting. And these are all modern North Carolina metal marvels, I guess, is what the list has. Now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, the top 5, or the ones that are the mainstream people know that are veterans in the music metal industry. Oh man, now my whole screen went weird on me. Number 5 is the Black Delilah Murder, which I definitely have heard of them. They're from Waterford, Michigan, while not from North Carolina. Some of the members hail from the state. And this band is a force of the melodic death metal known for their technicality and catchy hooks. It's interesting. Get a lot of catchy hooks on stuff. Let's see here. Number 4 is He is Legend from Williamton. Alternative metal band known for their unique blend of progressive rock, post-core, and southern influence, which is kind of cool. Might be a kind of an interesting sound with a southern style of metal, I guess. I don't know. It depends on. I'm not sure if that means like it's like a country style sound or what. It's hard to say when they say southern influence. Um, Number 3 is Anchor Cook, I think is how you say it. Anchor Cook. Anchor Cook. That's Akercokke. I don't want to say it too much because it might be, one of those things I gotta watch what I say. Uh, that's why I didn't quite say it the way I was gonna say it. So I kind of did a little differently there. Sorry. London, England, from London, England, similar to the Cathedral. Some of the members hail from North Carolina, which is kind of interesting. There's a band that's in from England that actually has people from North Carolina, and the band pushes boundaries of their advent Garte extreme metal sound. Okay, I don't know. Avant-garde, avant-garde extreme metal sound. I'm getting tired. What can I say? It's like one of those days. Because I didn't get on here till late because I had a visitor, my son, so I had to visit with him. So I got here a lot later than I planned on. Which actually I think I might be seeing a lot more of him late here, probably because of certain people maybe not being around as much, but I don't know. So we'll see. Number two is Cathedral. They're from England. While not from North Carolina, some members come hail from the state, and the band is a legend of in doom metal, known for their epic and atmospheric sounds. I don't know if I've heard them before. I've heard of them, I think, but I don't think I've heard their music. There goes another person. Um, Number one is Corrosion of Conformity, pioneer crossover thrash band who helped bridge the gap between punk rock and heavy metal, which Corrosion Conformity has been around for a while. I think they've been around since probably when I was in school, in high school. So that's what I consider like the older bands. For those who gave me kind of a little bit of a metal band, they've been around for a while. It's like, well, anything before 2000 I consider old. Anything 2000 and now to me is a little more new. Not that saying they are new; they've been around for 20 some years. But even like the one band I kind of was talking about before, they've been around for almost 10 years, and certain individuals think that they're well known, which they probably are to their fans. But if you think of it the retrospect to other people and their bands, well, let's put it this way: the one person I'm talking to about certain individuals that they know are in other bands, and most of the people there did not know this person at all. So sorry, I got a message up here which I gotta get rid of because it's distracting me. Um, where's that? Anyway, basically what it boils down to is I showed this picture to see, just out of curiosity. I'm just kind of questioning people because I kind of mentioned my channel at the concert in Arlington, Texas. They were there, both people, and nobody knew who this person was. And the reason why is because the band is well known, but only well known to the fans of that band. Um, you think that maybe because they're in a relationship with certain individuals that they people might know who this person is? Nobody did. I talked to several people. I was just curious because I was just wondering how well did people know who that is, and I had to explain who that person was and the band and this, that, and the other and stuff myself. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, not saying it's a bad thing because you know, they're still important. They're important to me, um, and other people as well. Clover and all my fans out there. I appreciate each and every one of you too. And Insane Clown. Insane Clown's really cool. If anybody else would like to say something, please send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. If you're in a smaller band in one of the states that I've talked about already or coming up, let me know. I will add it if I don't forget when I get to your state. I will say, hey, look, I got a message from somebody. Sorry, I got another person. Message from somebody. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that if you're in a band and you're coming up on one of the states I have not covered yet, let me know. I will try to add that in there for you so people know your band. Because, hey, without people knowing who you are, that won't happen. So that's what I'm saying. The people who have joined will know. The people that are in a band that have joined can share, and people will know you. And that's what this is all about. I mean, granted, you have your own platforms for what your band is, but if I get a general audience of a bunch of people with different metal music genres in different bands, then they can add to that, which I think is great. I think that's going to be iconic. Um, Kind of like the guy that I talked to out in public that I know. He has his band here in Colorado Springs, and also, God, I got so many notifications. I need to put do not disturb mode on so I don't get interrupted. Um, that's what I hate about having my phone. I'm not sure I have it on my computer, but I'll figure that out eventually. It might take me a while, but anyway, like I said before, it's one of those things that even the guy from the paint store, Sherwin Williams, he actually has his own metal band. He was in one, and then later on I came back, and he was starting to be part of this other band, which it sounds really good. I like the music, and I don't know if he's ever going to release his music though. The other guy at least had his music out, so and that's what I said. I think I added their stuff on my channel as far as a playlist goes, so go check them out. I should do that. I should get them. I should get maybe some of the other smaller bands like Raven stuff. The only thing is, I do know that Raven's new album has a lot more songs than what's on there, and I don't know if she has two. I think she might have two different channels because one has a lot more subscribers than the other one, and I think there might be. I thought I could get to it, but for some reason I can't. I don't know if there's some reason, or maybe she got rid of the other one. I don't know what's going on with that. Um. So with that, let me see. Is somebody trying to talk to me and they can't get through? Yeah. If you do, I'm sorry. I cannot see your message, so I apologize. I keep getting a person in and out. Maybe it's because I'm live and they're just curious about what I'm talking about. I don't know. But say something. That's crazy and great. Um, anyway, like I said, the band that I was like Ravens. I was hoping to help her out. I was hoping to help Owls and Aliens and Living Dead Girl, which she was on Octane not too long ago with a cover song of hers. I forgot. I think it was "Oops, I Did It Again." With Britney Spears song, I think is what it was that they did, and it sounds really good. It really is good. It's one of those songs that I mean I'm not usually constantly listening to, but I have heard it and I like it. Kind of like some other stuff. I even like some. There's even a country singer on AGT that I thought was really good. She has a great singing voice. No, not AGT. It was The Voice, and they've had some actually really great metal artists on different shows. I think most of them are from England, I believe. But yeah, there's some guys that I think they would have been great in a band and this that, and the other. But it's just one of those things. You never know what you're gonna come across when you're watching stuff. If you're learning about stuff, if you guys check out my channel and the actually some of the playlists that I have put together so far, which I need to do, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I've been lazy with some of my state ones because I should have a lot more playlists of all the different bands, at least a few of their songs, so you gotta get an idea of what they sound like, right? So yeah, I gotta get on that. Maybe I could go down through my list and start adding those. I just need a faster way of adding. I wish I could just, have it like summarize my channel. That way I can just add the playlist of what I've talked about, which I think would be great, except for the ones I can't pronounce, of course, which would be next to impossible to do. So that's why I spell out sometimes. So, because I'm very bad at pronouncing names, so I apologize to those. And probably later on down the road, I'll probably insult probably the musicians when I do have them on saying, "You didn't even say my name right." Saying, but who knows? Especially if they're from Germany or Switzerland or wherever they're from, or England, who knows? So, yeah, one of those things. And just, later on, I may or may not be well, I may be streaming, but in a different location in Las Vegas, but it'll probably be really late when I do because of the fact that if I do, I'm going to probably be out until like 1 in the morning, possibly. because they start 11 and end at around 1 for these competitions. If I can find a reasonably priced hotel, we'll see. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go one of the ones really expensive, but I want something decent, So something kind of in between. What the resort fees and stuff they have, it's just like in crazy. So it's been really difficult to find one that has the. I want to compare it with resort fees if they have them, so that way I know who's got the best price for the room for those days. Because I'm gonna be spending like probably if I do probably about 18 days there. Um, so I'll probably, well, who knows? I'll be at the Horseshoe Casino probably quite a bit there, checking things out. If I can. I don't know if I can at the beginning. I know later on in the competition, they definitely have areas where people can watch if I'm not actually playing, which costs quite a bit of money to put into. So if I can get in cheaper, that'd be awesome. If I could do that, that'd be awesome because then I can play. And I would love to do that because I've been waiting for like 18 years to do that, which is almost as long as I've been wanting to be with somebody, which sucks. And then, long story, things happened a certain way. If they would have known about it sooner, they probably would know that I have been wanting to get to know them, and actually took 3 years trying to find out a way of getting a hold of this person. And then years later, I find out who she is. Go figure. Anyway, one of those stories, those love story kind of things. At least for me, it was. For her, it was like more like, oh, it was just a couple years. You know, hello, Thin Lizzy. Yes, I've listened to some of their stuff. They're not quite metal. I don't think they're more like a rock. Well, they're rock. They're kind of like Rolling Stones, which actually I'm planning on seeing. And actually, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, some of the Thin Lizzy and Sabbath and God, I'm not sure about Def Leppard per se, but Led Zeppelin. No, was it Def Leppard? Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's really cool. Def Leppard kind of sounds about the same all the way across. Say I keep getting one person that goes in and out. I don't know if they're just up and leaving or what. How are you doing? Was it James Bello? I hope I said that right. I'm good at pronouncing names, right? Yeah, but Thin Lizzy's probably the one of those. I don't remember some of their songs. I mean, I hear all kinds of music, and sometimes I listen. Sometimes my playlist it kind of gets stuck in one spot, if you know what I mean, because you say play some music and boom. Was it Bellew? Bellew. I'll have to check that out. Thin Lizzy Bellew. And who else there was? There was somebody else. Um, I can't think of the name. A friend of mine, a coworker. Oh, got you. You're into punk. Awesome. Oh, like Green Day. Green Day is awesome, right, for punk, or is that grunge? That's probably grunge. I think it's grunge. But anyway, yeah, there's all kinds of different types of music out there. I mean, I try to stay close to focused on the metal scene if I can, but there's also some other stuff out there that kind of influences other stuff or even sounds too, because like even Pantera when they first started off, they were kind of in that era where everybody was doing hairband type stuff or probably punk slash that kind of stuff, and they kind of upped the game a little bit for bands. It went from like a Black Sabbath sound, punkish kind of Green Day thing to and Motley Crue style sounds to more of a kind of harder core metal scene. Kind of like I don't know with Deep Purple. No, Deep Purple's not really that heavy. Sorry, I got my computer went to sleep on me. Um, I'm trying to think of some other, but that's what like I was talking to my son earlier that some of the bands that are kind of classical sounding get their influence from classical music. Um, and there's some like Nightwish that does more operatic kind of sounds, and they probably hail from that kind of that background. Dark Sarah is another one. Um, if you've never heard of them, check them out too. They're kind of interesting. It's a little bit different sound if you want something a little bit a different perspective, I guess you could say. I mean, because there's all kinds of stuff. Death metal is like really hardcore, kind of growly sound, and then the other one is more of a opera type thing and symphony orchestra thing flair to it. Kind of reminds me of Sarah Brightman. If you've ever heard of her, she's a classical singer. She actually was married to Andrew Lloyd Webber, and she actually did Phantom of the Opera and all this other stuff. So she has a really great singing voice, and she did a lot of covers of different older songs for her albums. Time to Say Goodbye is one of the songs that I remember, and I love that song a lot, and it's just phenomenal. If they made that into a metal song, oh, that would be so sweet because it's the structure of it, I think, that makes it so unique. Because it's do do, it's really dramatic, but if they put some guitar, deeper chords in it, and have like maybe something that has good operatic sounds, and then also a little more grungy kind of like Ginger sound maybe vocally would be awesome for that. I think it'd be so awesome to have that. I ought to check that out and see if there's a metal Time to Say Goodbye song because that's one of my favorite songs of hers. Um, so yeah, I I'll I might put in a little, mixture of other stuff in there just to get people interested in other stuff. Because like Sacred Reich has on their 31 flavor songs is don't be just a metal dude. Well, guess what? There are a lot of great bands out there and great groups. I like Thin Lizzy, right? And Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, which I'm gonna go see in Denver, which would be awesome. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be in June. Um, I think it's on a Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. I don't remember. So yeah, another great concert. Even as just different stuff. Kiss, they're different, right? Um, they're not quite. They're more rock than metal, but they're still kind of that thing. But a lot of bands, a lot of people, a lot of influences that kind of influence the flavor of music, and even some rap in there. Because I've had some old rap that actually coincide with some metal back in the 80s, 90s. Like like Run DMC, Aerosmith had one with was it the Fat Boys? No, they did it with Run DMC. Walk This Way, phenomenal song. It did better with the rap aspect than it did originally, which is kind of sad because it is a good song. All these other songs. But anyway, I'll let you go. Thanks for joining me, James. I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody else that has joined me live and kind of drug me out a little bit longer than 15 minutes, which is fine. It's okay. I've been trying to keep it close to 15 minutes for people. This is more of we're doing the after talk, kind of thing after the list. So, or interview once I have somebody on there. So if you do, don't forget to subscribe. It means so much. It means a lot to me. And hopefully the artists too, because I think once they're on here talking to people and we're both live, I need to do this earlier. I gotta find a good time to do it. That's the thing. If we have some people live and they like watching and asking a few questions, that would be cool because we got some interaction. I'm sure they would love that. I'm sure they would enjoy that a lot because for them it's a thrill to get to know the fans that enjoy their music so much, And if they tune in, they'll know you, you'll know them a little bit. But the main thing is to get to know those artists as the individuals they are, instead of just talking about the music because the music's important. But what about their personality do they put into that music? I think that speaks volumes. Because without that, you wouldn't have that personality, that style, that flair, that flavor, I guess you could say, in the music. What makes me like Raven poured her heart and soul into this new album of her father passing away and hit her love for him, and she even dedicated the songs to her father, and also talked about her mother being who she was and her support of her in her music. Because if not, without that support, Raven Black might not ever exist. Just like all these other bands, who knows? So family, people in their circle, or their metal family, so to speak. Oh, I guess I had to reconnect. All right. Well, I will go. Take care. Thanks for watching, and thanks for my popping in and out of guests. I don't know who you are. Hopefully you'll see the whole thing later on, even if you can't make it. Oh, now they're back. Hello. How are you? You don't have to say anything. It's okay, and you can stick around. I'll talk. I'll talk a while longer if you want me to. Oh, and now they're gone. Okay. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Hopefully, not too late. I might be playing poker again, but I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.